Hi guys, this is Luton and we're looking at some Kharg Island gameplay today. I wanted to pick out a round that had some good kind of general action, so this has got some aircraft gameplay, some on the ground gameplay, vehicles, etc. So yeah, just a good general round. The first thing I want to hold my hands up to is these squad specializations. This is something that has been commented on in other videos, not just mine, other things as well. It's something that people seem to be having an issue with, and I'm going to say, quite honestly, I forget about it as well. When you have your squad specialisation, you obviously can choose different ones to benefit your squad. As you can see, me and Unholy both have got the extra ammo, so we're countering each other there, we're sort of cancelling it out. It doesn't give the full benefit to the team. I think it's quite easy when you're in the middle of a game to forget that, but there's no excuse for forgetting from the start there like we did. So that's something people need to be aware of, I need to be aware of, and I will be making a specific video in relation to that. Now, I'm using shotguns today, and the reason I'm using shotguns is not because I really want to. A lot of people have actually been asking me this week and the week before to make a video about know your unlocks for shotguns, and specifically shotgun rounds. So I don't really generally use shotguns. I do use them on occasion when we're like in a heavily defended close quarters environment, but other than that I don't favour them. So I've just been trying them out in many situations, trying to run with them as a general thing, trying out different ammos and just trying to see what kind of situations and benefits they can give. I have to say, so far, not impressed. You know, they come up alright, but I just feel like I'm a liability, you know, because whenever you're anything other than close range rather, it just doesn't give you any kind of real, you know, ability. I mean, you can change out to a pistol or something. I mean, it's great for stuff like this when you jump out like that and you just, you know, there's a couple of guys in front of you and you spam it and you know they're going to go down. But in other situations, you know, if you get caught mid-range, you're screwed. You know, I mean, you can change to your pistol, but yeah, it's still not really ideal, is it? So yeah, I'm going to make a video about it. I'll try and be objective, but as I say, it's really not my kind of favourite thing. I think they're a bit, you know, clunky. So, okay, we're going into the air combat now. I've got the air-to-ground missile loaded up on here because it's something that I unlocked a little while ago, but I haven't really used, which is mainly because when I'm in a game, I try to just choose stuff that I know will benefit my team. So when I'm on, you know, games like this with Rush, I tend to just go for the old rocket pods or AA rockets. Haven't really used the air-to-ground, you know, guided missile, so I've got it on here, but you know, I haven't really given it much experience, to be honest. So this guy and me, we spend a long time doing this, kind of flying around and around, and I actually cut the video, or I think I cut the video. Oh no, I remember. Yeah, I take him down and then I cut it after, because there's quite a lot of this round with this same guy, and he just flies around me and around me and around me, and we don't really get anywhere with it. So I cut a good sort of 4 minutes out. It does just show as well that aircraft can be a waste of time. The problem is that if you don't, you know, if you fly off straight to ignore them, then they will just get behind you and destroy you. So you are kind of stuck in that situation, really. Luckily this guy allowed me to kind of get behind him a bit, and we have a little bit of a chasing fight here. I think he gets an engine fire here though, and so that's kind of sorted that one out for me. But yeah, air combat can be very difficult, which is why it can be a big help to have your guys on the ground. If you can lure, and if you're having a problem when you're flying around and around a guy, if you haven't got the elite skills that allows you to kind of get behind someone, which I have to say I don't always have. I consider myself like an average pilot, because I can get some kills, but I don't always find I can, you know, there's some guys that can just almost defy physics in how quickly they can turn a jet and just come back on themselves. So it can be a good thing that you can lure them into an area where you've got guys on the ground, communicate it to your team, help them to get a lock on, and then you can maybe get a lock on, or it'll just shake them off you for the second that you need to actually shoot them down. So if you're having problems and you can use your squad to your benefit, that can be a really good thing to do. Another thing that you can also do with a more slightly dangerous tactic is to fly kind of low to the ground, make some very awkward turns, you know, try and dodge around scenery, and then again, if you're having a real problem with someone, with a bit of luck, maybe they'll kind of get their angle wrong and spin into the ground. I've had that happen a few times in games with, you know, people who, when I was flying high up in the air, were very skilled pilots, you get them down to the ground and they can go off. You just have to play it from game to game and see what kind of situations you come up with. So as I say, here we are, I'm still chasing this guy, flying around and around, and obviously, as I said before, this would have been a better situation to have the AA rockets with him. I probably would have been able to get a couple of locks on this guy from when we've been flying around already, like now or the times when he'd leveled off straight. And obviously right at this moment I'm providing absolutely zero benefit for my team because I'm just flying around and around this guy. Problem is, until I've dealt with him, yeah, I think I just get bored. You guys wouldn't have seen it, by the way, but I did cut some of this video out, which is why you didn't see me change to rocket pods. So I'm running with rocket pods now. I think I got bored of chasing this guy because he really was just doing nothing, and I figured if he levels out and takes me out when he's not a threat, then so be it. Another thing to consider is when you're in a game, you obviously have to make a choice about what role you're going to play, which is, I've said before, and if you are in an air combat situation like this, where you're just flying round and round and round, and really nothing is happening. I mean, right now I've been flying, what, a couple of minutes, and I've got no kills, no score. I've really done nothing to assist my team, and this is the time when you should be going, okay, do I really want to just spend my entire game flying around in a circle like this? The problem is like right now, you get hung up on trying to take this guy down because you've been doing it for so long that you get obsessed with trying to take them down because you want to be victorious. But, it's a team game, and there we go, after a bit of flying around he crashes himself into the ground. Yeah, as I was saying though, if you continue to just fly around with someone, you might want to just say, okay, this is kind of fun flying around, but I'm really doing nothing. It might be worth jumping out of the jet and just getting into on the ground, and I will often do that in games. If I'm really having a problem taking a guy down, or if it's just not happening, you just got to change your gameplay to whatever suits and whatever needs, and flying around in circles is not fun, to be honest. But as I say, if I had the AA rockets up, then maybe I would have had a bit more success there. Because when you've got those, you can obviously pull off a bit of distance away from the guy, come back on at them from high above or whatever, get a couple of rockets onto them. Even if you disable them, it can give you a little bit of a drop. Now, as I actually said to my guys in game, I abhor people who camp out the aircraft runway. But that guy pissed me off so much with the way he was flying around and around. I decided that I would just try and prevent them getting into the air. Not so much because I want to get cheap kills, just so that I don't have to worry about some guy shooting me down, which will allow me to focus on the ground. Because you often will see, here we go, and there we go. Don't feel good about it, but it was necessary. As I say, you'll often find in some games, which I've seen, the aircraft, what they'll do is he will just stay around this runway and just, or the aircraft carrier, and just fly around and around and around and around, waiting for the next plane to spawn. That's a load of crap. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to stop them getting in the air so that I can focus on giving my guys some support, because as I say, I don't want to have some guy chasing my tail all the time. Also, I can appreciate that so far this video has not been exciting, but I promise you towards the end it gets some quite heavy close quarter shotgun action, which is worth waiting for, including I think like a 6 kill streak in very close proximity that I rack up, so it gets a bit more enjoyable. But I just wanted to include this video to show a bit of general balanced gameplay overall. And the thing is, when you're in jets like this, if you've got a squad up, you can be obviously asking your team to communicate on the ground to you. I'm often asking my guys, can you mark up enemy tank targets? Because when you're flying in a jet like this at speed, it can be very difficult, even with the air radar. You move over and you'll see the air radar, so you'll see there's a tank on the ground, or a vehicle, or whatever. But actually being able to then physically spot it so that you can see is a whole different game. And as we can see, this is what I was talking about here. The jet that's flown off, he's immediately straight back on my tail, and I'm immediately back into the whole let's play, happy circling games together. It's like an aircraft carousel of just going round and around. Ah, that's right, and yeah, he takes me out. Okay, and this is where I start my on the game ground. I have to say that was an entirely unimpressive aircraft round. I've had much better aircraft rounds than that, but it was not happening today. And just for the record, if anybody thinks I can't fly aircraft, I'm quite happy to put up some gameplay where I've had much better rounds. But it's not happening today. Okay, so now we proceed with our on the ground game. And I'm still trying out this shotgun crap. As you can see, the shotguns have such limited range there. I got at least 3 to 4 hits on target there, and that wasn't even at, you know, medium range. It was still at close range. I was only about 2 to 3 meters away from that guy, just doing nothing to him, just like blanket splash damage. As you can see though, here, a little bit better. I think the shotgun really kind of excels at that when you're in a kind of close situation. You've got multiple targets and you can kind of just fire in their direction and you take them down, but it just doesn't have very much versatility, which I always think is very important in Battlefield. Probably should have gone for the knife there, but whatever. Oh, you see I spot this guy right in front of me. Yeah, the shotgun just doesn't have very much versatility. I mean, as I say, it has high damage, and you know when you have people standing right in front of you, you can kill them pretty easy. But yeah, I just don't really rate it. But everyone has their own thing. Oh yeah, this is where I forget as well. This is actually a really terrible gameplay to put up. That I forget that the M-comms can only be armed from one side, and I was like, why can't I arm this? Still, at least I'm actually in the bloody building arming and defending the target, unlike the rest of my team, who I don't even know where they are. They're all kind of somewhere over there at our spawn. I'm not sure why. I have to say, some of the games that I've played have been absolutely shockingly bad recently. Just constant, you know, non-movement from our team. The only one who's ever arming targets, etc., etc. But that's Battlefield, isn't it? It's, you get as many good games as you do bad. I think that's something that you have to do, is you have to always try and get some kind of positive benefit out of each game, no matter what it is. Even if you're having a hellish game where your team won't do anything, there's always things that you can do to try and practice your own skill, or to try and pull back some kind of benefit. Often it can be kind of like a mental incentive. Like I was playing a game on Demovan Peak, and my team just absolutely would not move forward from A into the tunnels. They just would not. So I eventually managed to stealth all the way through the tunnel, and I somehow picked up C because the other team was so confident that they were spawn trapping us, they didn't even bother to run back to it. Once we had taken C, our team were like, wow, we've actually captured a base, let's try for that. So then they started moving forward. So you can actually make a difference as a singular person, okay? It's like, this is a team game, it's a big team game, and that's what it's all about. But you can make a difference as a single player. God, these bloody shotguns, I swear to God, after I've made this video, I will not use shotguns again. All my guys this week have been like saying, why are you using shotguns, Lucy? I'm like, I don't want to use them, I hate them. They're just, I think the reason they're just inaccurate and they drive me mad. They're so annoying. They just limit you to, unless that guy stood right in front of you, then you're not going to kill him, which is just really, really frustrating for me. I have to say, I've tried a couple of rounds with the slugs, yeah, and I know everyone always is going on about the slugs, like, killed someone across the map with a shotgun slug. Who the hell cares, seriously, honestly? Such a load of crap. I don't buy into any of that. I don't want to swear, but I don't buy into that rubbish. It just really, really irritates me. It's the same as some people were talking about, oh, I made my MAV video, and everyone's going about, like, you can roadkill with the MAV, you know? And it's like, yes, Yes, I know, I understand that you can do that. I've seen about 20 videos of people roadkilling with the MAV, but the reason I didn't say anything about it or show any footage of it is because I think that's a totally stupid way of using it, and I really, disapprove of it. But anyway, that's my rant over. But so this is where the shotgun really excels, is this kind of environment, close range, dark environment, which will allow you to get the drop on your enemy, and you can just do this. You can just pummel people over and over and over and over. So in these kind of situations, it's very, very good. But anything else is just crap, which is why I say I don't particularly enjoy it. The reason I threw a grenade right out into the middle there was because I was just trying to stop anyone coming in through that door. So I wasn't just like randomly throwing it there for no reason at all. Yes, okay, there we go. So that's my little bit of shotgun rampage. So as you can see, in this kind of environment, it's absolutely perfect. Everything else, it sucks balls. So that's been my video. I have to say, not that awesome, but a bit of fun all the same. Thanks for watching, guys. More to come. Cheers.